Hi, beautiful Aquarius. Welcome to a new era. My name is Emma. Aquarius, this is a reading for the month of June, July, and August. And I do apologize that it has taken me some time to get to this place. You probably saw when the Aries and Taurus videos were out, and then it has taken me forever to get here. It's been I can't talk. It's been a little bit crazy in the energy, and I have just been trying to just take care of me and my boy and adjust to these energies. Like the only way I can describe it, really. So yeah, there's a lot of things that has taken a back burner, and but now I'm back. So before we get into the June, July, and August, I just want to say that I do offer personal readings at this stage. When I'm recording this video, I'm offering personal readings. If you listen to this message maybe like in August, and you go to find something about it in the description and it's not there, it means that I've stopped offering them, and then I do apologize. So, but if you do find something there, please send me a message and we'll take it from there. So Aquarius, what's going on for you for the month of June? We're going to do June and then go a little bit more in depth in June, and then July and go more in depth there, and then August, to hopefully give you some sort of validation, confirmation, inspiration, and rhyme, because these are changing times right now. You are, I was going to say at the end of the road, but you are in a choice, fork in the road. Something has come up here where you need to make maybe a lot of choices, make a lot of decisions, or there's a decision to be made. You probably feel like there's decisions to be made. 13 is all about transformation, death leading to life. It's the feminine force as well. So there's a flowiness to it. It's probably not stuck. It's just the fact that it's probably very flowy, if anything, for you, that you feel like you just need to come up with a decision. Okay, we're gonna see what that is. And then we have the month of July. Maybe the animals really are pointing you in the right direction right now. The animals are really showing up for you. I see a monkey, I see a llama, I see a turtle, and I see an owl. Okay, month of July. What's going on for Aquarius, please, for the month of July? That is so beautiful. Let's talk about the feminine power here. The higher power card. I don't know when I saw this last. The higher power. That is a good place to be. And something opening up there in your third eye. There's a key. There's a key. Okay, we're going to look at it. August. Wow. Peace. Look at this. It's so beautiful, that the transformation and what you will find in the month of August. It brings you peace in the month of August. Okay. So the fork in the road here. I just see so many forks, so many arrows. Like, there's one, there's one, there's one, there's one, there's one. It's like they're pointing. Before, I usually just see like two is in that direction and one is in that direction. But today I see 5 arrows. It's like there's so many potential outcomes here, like so many directions that you can go in. But that's probably when you're a little bit confused and a little bit sort of have left your core. If you step into this, to the wisdom that is you, Aquarius, and you just really center yourself and adjust your, just center yourself a little bit, it's going to be way easier to make this decision. Come from a wise place where where it almost isn't a decision anymore. It's just a clear, this is what I need to do. Because when it's like really like I have no idea what to do, like you're often up in your head and you need to, like, you're trying to think it out, or think it through, or like be logical with it. And I don't think that this is necessarily a logical decision to be made. I think you need to drop down in your heart and really feel where the energy is headed. And it has so much to do with your spiritual evolution at the same time. Because we have the transformation there. It's 13. It's death leading to life. There's a shift that's taking place within you, Aquarius. More coming into the feminine power, then hooking up with a higher power that leads eventually to peace. There's something that requires you to be more in line with your spirit to make this decision. Can we clarify the month of June here, please? And like I said, the animals probably are here to guide you. Like the animals are showing up everywhere. Okay, one more time. I also see play on numbers here. I'm going to take that in a moment. Okay, clarification for June, please. Okay, this is something to do with education or teaching or... Okay, so we have the teach card here. And you are the teacher, or you're the leader in this scenario altogether. So there's something... Are you thinking about shift, like the way that you teach or the way that you lead, the way that you... Whether that is for a company... If that's a company of 2 people, if it's a company of 200 people, is this an actual, like there's an audience here? Is this like a lecture thing? If it's a workshop thing, is it a school? Whatever this is for you, it's like, I just feel like the teaching modalities or some, like there needs to be a change in the way that we teach, or a change in the way that we do the education, or like because we have big transformation here. It's like we can't, so whatever the situation is for you, company, you know, I'm not drawn to relationships here in any shape or form, but if it is, try to put it into like this. No, this is relationships for me, then try to put it there. It's a general read, so, but I'm getting it mostly around like career, job, spiritual path somehow. And that there's a way of going about things that needs change. We need to think of this from a different perspective, and probably more from a holistic perspective and a spiritual perspective, because this teacher is completely dressed in purple, which for me represents the spirit, like the spiritual. Like I said, this is so spiritual to you, like whatever decision you're making right now is for you to go on your spiritual journey. So it's not like you're just intact. Aquarius is just Aquarius, and like how Aquarius has always been, and Aquarius needs to make a decision. This is when Aquarius needs to change in order to sort of follow their own path. Does that make sense? I can't even talk. There's a transformation taking place, and in order for you to make that transformation in what you're teaching, what you're leading, what you're bringing to the group, to the table, to the community, to the school, needs a change. It's not the easiest thing. I just feel like there's so many, it looks like it can go in so many directions, but you just need to become centered and come from a very wholesome place, like from your heart. This is not a time to think it through. It's a time to feel it through. And we have a 5 there, so it's talking about a challenge to overcome, but the 5 is a grand opportunity for change here. There's a dog right next to you there. So there's loyalty here. There's friendship. There's partnerships that really can be so solid for the future. So this major decision that needs to be made in June, I think you're going to make it, and you just need to sort of center yourself a little bit. I know it's not, you just need to. I know it's not easy. It's easier said than done sometimes, but it is, though, what you need to do. Okay? And then I want to say the play on numbers here, because now 5 showed up here as well. So we have 13. And 13, so we have 1, 3 that adds up to number 4, right? And then we have 4 coming out. And then we have 2, 3. So it's like we have 1, 3. And then when you connect to the higher power, we move on from 1, 3 to 2, 3. So we have 1, 3, 4, and then 2, 3. And 2 and 3 adds up to number 5, right? So it's like, it's a play on numbers. It's like a little bit back and forth and back and forth. But as long as we connect with a higher power, you're on the right path. And there's an upgrade taking place. We go from 1, 3 to 2, 3. Okay. Then we have the higher power. And I'm going to read from the book for that one. Number 4. 4, which is your heart. It is a new foundation. You're laying the ground for new, like there's a new foundation taking place here. Or there's a change in the foundation coming from your heart. Higher power. Essential meanings of this card is conscious contact with the higher power, the presence of the divine, seeing source energy in all things, committing to a partnership with spirit. The oracle's message of this card states, this card reminds you that you are more than a person trying to get ahead and make things happen for yourself and others. Listen to this. This card reminds you that you are more than a person trying to get ahead and make things happen for yourself and others. Crazy. You have an immortal soul and are gifted with a human life through which a higher power can express itself. At this time, you need to be conscious of your connection to spirit and foster it through prayer and meditation. Ask, what is the highest good for all? How can I serve? Like, I just feel like these are the questions you need to ask about this change around the community, the school, the company, how can I serve here? What is the highest good for all? Then get out of your own way and trust that there is a plan for your life more wondrous than you can ever know. Like I said, this is not a time to be logical or think it out. This is a time to come from the heart, to feel it out and come from the heart. Really listen to where you're being guided. Then get out of your own way and trust that there is a plan for your life more wondrous than you can ever know. You are always protected and divinely directed. Then the relationship message states, it's a time to address how much effort you give to your relationships with your higher power, called God, Goddess, Spirit, or any other name that is sacred and holy. Recognize that your partnership with Spirit is your number one priority. The appearance of this card also indicates that there is a deep spiritual bond between you and another person who is essential to your growth and evolution. Tend to your spiritual connections and remain aware of your true nature. And I'm just realizing I'm reading on the page 13, transformation. Prosperity message states, sometimes your work just flows through you. Sometimes your work just flows through you. Ideas come rushing in and inspiration bubbles up from a wellspring you didn't even know you could access. When you enter agreements, begin projects, and negotiate deals with Spirit as your partner, you will always succeed. Let your higher power lead. The synchronicities and intuitive nudges you feel will help you see which way you are being pointed. Oh my goodness, how this ties everything together. I don't need to read it again because you just heard me, but that's just phenomenal. That when trying to make a decision, feels like you have five different directions to go in. And then we have the higher power card coming in and say that the synchronicities and intuitive nudges you feel will help you see which way you are being pointed, giving you confidence to move forward in the right direction. Don't forget to give credit where it's due. You wouldn't be a success without Spirit's guidance. Humility will serve you well when this symbol appears. And I don't think that you're not giving credit where credit is due. I just think that this is what they mean with what I'm feeling so clearly. Like, this is not for you to figure out. This is for you to drop down from your mind. And I know Aquarius has a little bit of a tough time to do that sometimes because you are the inventor, but you're also the thinker. Like, you come up with great ideas, but then you try to think them through, or it becomes a little bit from your mind rather than from like your intellect, rather than from your heart. So come up with a beautiful idea that Aquarius is so good to come up with, and then drop down in your heart and feel led. That's what I think that they mean. Like, you wouldn't be a success without Spirit's guidance, is what they're trying to say. Like, listen to where you're being guided right now. Can we just clarify, even though that was quite clear? Is there anything else we want to say about July? Daydreams and decisions. So I would just say that this clarifies as just stay in where you're going. Like, don't block yourself, don't hinder yourself. What if that takes place then? What if, instead of just trying to work things out, or instead of thinking how things will be or won't be or blah blah blah, to try to stay in like, where do you want it to go? What do you want it to be? And just stay very determined in your dream about what you're seeing. And then, like it said, try to get out of your own way, because you're going to just be guided there. Okay? And then for the month of August, it just feels like whatever this huge shift and change, like I said, it requires of you a spiritual change within yourself to make the change that you're trying to make. And when you're making the change, it also requires a spiritual change within yourself for you to keep up with your own with your own decision. That change just needs to take place, I feel. And when you do, when you start to really pay attention to your higher power, to your inner self, to that most gorgeous connection with your inner self, with your inner being, and you're staying in your daydreams, and you're staying in your, like, this is what I want to see happen, and you really trust that the universe has your back, whatever decision you're going to make here, and based on you just following your spiritual path, is going to bring about a lot of peace. So it's really good to see that the decision that you're making, or when you come into August, there's no tower moment, there's no turmoil, there's no chaos, it's peace. This will bring peace to your heart. It will bring peace to your soul. And number 23 there, which is an upgrade, or like we come from 13, which is transformation, and then we had 2-3, which is balance. It's balance in the creativity. It's balance in the manifestation. And number 23 is a very powerful number. It is about courage, and it's about bravery. And so just dare to follow that inner voice of yours, because it is going to lead you down a very peaceful path. And we want to clarify the month of August. Coming together, another number 2. So whatever decision this is, whatever path you feel like you need to take or need to make a decision about, it's all coming together in the end. We're sharing the same vision, we're sharing the same thought, we're putting the seed down for a new future. Like-minded people show up. If they're not, there might be a little bit of moving about people, like someone needs maybe to go and another one needs to come in. It's just going to orchestrate itself, I feel. And at the end, like come August, it's just very peaceful. We've all come together. We are on the same path. We know we know what we want and where we're going. This is for the highest good of all. And it's a number 2. It's talking about balance and peace. It's really, really gorgeous. It might be a little bit of a starting this summer or starting the winter, depending on where you live, where you just don't really know where to go. But come July, it is already, or it might even be that you're forced into just really make a deep connection with spirit to really know where you're going. That's why I say this is so interconnected with your spiritual evolution, that you need to make this change, because you need to change in order to make this change. Okay? I hope this makes sense. That's what I have for you, beautiful Aquarius. Thank you so much for watching. Take care, guys.